I'm so mad. I need my packages, man. I'm waiting for my faceshell from Indonesia. I ordered a faceshell, 2 different lenses, and I was supposed to get it today. Following the tracking, it says delivered, but not to me. So I had called the post office and they said that it was signed by, that's me. I didn't sign anything. The odds are I just pull up to the house and the mail lady is there. But let's see if she has our package, right? You guys don't even know how like anxious I am to get that. Watch your step. Super anxious. Please, lady. This is it. The moment of truth.
The moment of harmony.
The moment of truth. So it was a big dilemma, right? It said delivered, but turns out that my mail lady signed it for us. My girlfriend called the postmaster and she was bitching at them. Got her in trouble, I think. I think she's alright now though, but she probably got in trouble for a little bit. I hope not, because she does her job really well, and I told her I trust her more than anyone in my building. But the issue was the package arrived and it said that it was delivered and it was signed by me and I didn't sign it, so.
Well, the dilemma was that the people who I called were giving me the wrong information. They said that you had signed for it, when in reality, it was not you.
No.
That it was her initials, but they were lazy and they didn't really actually check to see whose signature was on there.
But it wasn't me.
And it wasn't you. It was her signature.
It wasn't me.
It was not you. But the other 2 inept individuals that I had spoken to.
What was that word?
Inept.
Inept. Spell inept for my viewers. Inept.
I-N-P-U-T? Inept.
What is it?
We're gonna cut that part out. They said it was signed by you, and it wasn't the case. It was, so finally when I got called back by the supervisor, I complained about one of the guys. I was like, yeah, he was an idiot. He was not helpful. He called me back and he's like, let me just check and see. And then he looked at the signature and it said DB, and he's like, that's actually one of our people. That's the carrier. She signed for it because it was supposed to be delivered by 12 o'clock. So because she wasn't signed for it because she knew she was gonna come back. And
I forgot her name too.
I forget. It must be like Debbie or something.
It's not DB. Her name started with M. Maurine. Alright, y'all. So I did get my package from Indonesia. Very excited. Very excited. My girlfriend is responsible for getting the mail lady in trouble. I just want to put that out in case the mail lady sees it. But before we found out the mail lady had it, right, I told my girlfriend, once she told me that someone signed it under my name, I went straight to the post office. I spoke to the postmaster of the local post office. Then he was telling me, as I gave him the tracking number, he's like, oh, your girlfriend just called. Yeah, everything's good. We got the package. She has it. In my mind, I'm thinking, how does she have it? She's at work. I'm confused, and he was just assuring me everything was fine. He like took the paper, crumpled it up with the number on it, and I'm thinking, damn, but you should save it just in case something's wrong. So we walked out, and when I got home, this is what happened. The odds are I just pull up to the house, and the mail lady is there. But let's see if she has our package, right? She said I got her in trouble. Well, she said she got her in trouble because she was, that's what I don't like to call my girlfriend on people, because you know how people do that. I get my girlfriend to bug you up. I don't do that, but if I send the dogs, if I send the dogs, y'all better watch out. Y'all better jump on the tree because it's all over the place.
I'm actually really nice. Right, baby? And Mama's nice.
But I did get it, man. I'm very happy, so thank you for doing that. You know, it says this face shell consists of 2 parts. Blah, 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 blah. You can read that on your own time. I've read this a couple times. I'm only going to try this on really quick. Some extra lenses. Oh, I wish I had the face mask. It didn't come with. I ordered a face mask to go with it. It didn't happen. And so, you know what it was too? I was so nervous. This is the first time I ordered from overseas. A cosplay face shell, so I was nervous on, you know, whether if it would arrive to me safely or not. I just ordered a Thor, and it got stolen. Well, I thought it got stolen. Turns out we actually got that one too. Ah, son, we ballin' 2 doors up. Wow, finally I got myself a face shell, and let me tell you guys, I've contemplated for a very long time before I actually pulled the trigger. Every time I see some Spider-Man cosplay, I can't help but to notice the face shell, and I say, that looks so much like Spider-Man. Where does it come from? I found out it was a face shell. Didn't know anything about face shells. I knew of Spider-Man costumes, but you know, just either you can rent your own costume or make your own costume, but none were as detailed or significant as some of these cosplay costumes I've seen. And so I was just really curious on where did they get this mask from, first off. And so I searched, and it's no different than any other community. It's kind of like the action figure community. Everyone knows everyone. And so if you're really looking for something and you speak to the right person, or you're following the right person, you're more likely to find what you're looking for. It's better that way than to go around asking random people questions that they probably don't feel comfortable answering to someone they don't really feel are really that serious. I don't mind the hunt. I like doing the research. I did just that. I saw a bunch of people who were talented in making these things, and I saw the process, and believe me, the process doesn't look simple. It's a step-for-step thing, so I couldn't just make this in a day. It would take me a couple of days to actually make this. So I thought to myself, I'd rather just pay for one than make it. And I'd rather pay an expert for it. So I wanted to find the greatest quality face shell I could, and I happen to believe this is one of them. Now, I may be wrong. There may be some better face shells out there in the market. I mean, I have seen some other creators that make some amazing work as well. I just haven't had the chance to have them in hand. Me having this in hand and this being my first time, I am beyond impressed with this. There are a bunch of styles you can choose from as far as lenses go, and shape of the shell, and color of the shell, and even finish, like the matte finish or the gloss finish. I didn't really care if it was matte or gloss. I actually like the gloss look. It makes it look like a brand new car almost. Main reason I wanted a face shell was to use it for the video for my own Spider-Man version, kind of like the custom I made a while back. If you guys remember Spider-Me, I just wanted to have a Spider-Me in real life in the video, and so I wanted to get a shell that kind of resembled that as much as I could. Just had the mirror lenses on this one, and actually I'm really happy I bought the mirror lenses because it was a secondary option. I was only going to go with the dotted lenses that are pretty typical for Spider-Man face shells, but these lenses, you will need a rag just to clean up any fingerprints, and this is why I'm wearing gloves with this. I don't want any fingerprints on the lenses or just the shell right now because just how shiny it is, and there are some imperfections on it. When I did get it, there were some nicks and some glue marks, probably like 3 or 4. I can show you really quick. Here is a little dot, looks like a dent, like something might have dropped on it, a key or something, I don't know. This was all before it got to me, so this is the condition I got it in. There's a little glue mark, you can see that right there. There's another scratch on the lens, not on the lens but on the border of the lens. So there's tiny little imperfections on it. When I opened it, it smelled like a manufacturer, like it smelled straight out of a factory, but it does have that homemade feel, which makes it feel like it's personalized, and so it makes you feel good. Not sure on what visibility would be like once behind the mask, so I decided to go with big lenses just to play it safe, and I think these look better, to be honest. But these lenses are magnetically attached to this face shell. All you need to do is just take it off, and you do have a strap in the back of the face shell in case, you know, it's too big for you or if it slides down on your face. You can secure it with the strap in the back. For me, I'm lucky because it seems like this shell was almost fitted to my face. It fits nearly perfect. Not perfect, but almost. Now, picking the type of lens was almost as difficult as picking the size. I wanted to see which ones you can see out of more, the classic dotted lens or these new mirror lenses. that I find to look really cool. So I had to buy them both. I just wasn't sure which one I could see out of the most and which one looked better. For me, I think these mirror lenses look a little better. But you can also see a little more. Here's the visibility test. These are the standard dotted lenses. They're fog free. And these are the mirror lenses. They're not fog free, but they don't fog up so much. One thing I did notice though is one of the mirror lenses are darker than the other. The left one is a little brighter than the right one. You can even tell from the reflection on both of the lenses that are sitting at the table. The left one looks a little yellow if you look at those lights, where on the right one is just, you can see the whiteness of them. But it's not too much a big deal when you have them on. And then you can swap out these lenses the same way. They just clip on and off. A tiny little issue I found on these lenses were inside that left, the inner part of the lens, it's still a little red. It looks like it might have been painted over once upon a time, and they didn't get it all the way. Nothing I can't really fix. It's scary because I don't know how gloss I can get my paints to match that, so I have no idea how I'm going to fix that, but I'm definitely going to work on it. Magnets are so strong you can attach both lenses on top of each other, but that's not ideal, so don't do that. To my surprise, the inside of this shell has some foam padding, which works really well. I didn't expect it to have padding, and I didn't expect it to actually do anything. So, but it fits, and it actually fits your nose. It like holds your nose in place. It is kind of difficult to see in these lenses, so I will be using the mirror lenses, but I may pull these out whenever I'm at like a Comic-Con, or if I'm ever gonna surprise some little kids, if I ever decide to like show up at a party or some Halloween contest. You never know. I'm winning something with this. You guys are probably wondering who made this, who's responsible for creating this masterpiece, and I'm gonna tell you. I won Zone of Chaos on Instagram. Follow that guy if you want to check out some of his work. I'm telling you, the quality of his face shells are up there with the best. It took me a couple months to actually buy one of these because I just kept looking, and I wanted to make sure I had the right one for me. So feel free to go by the page and see some other cosplayers who have purchased from him and are happy. All this stuff is handmade and well crafted, so be sure to look at all of the stuff available before you make your final decision if you decide to purchase one of these. With that said, put me on record, I'm a happy customer. It's hard to really decide without the mask over the shell, but which one of these lenses do you prefer? Is it the classic white lens or this mirror reflective lens? I like them both, and that was the reason why I have them both. I do prefer one over the other, but until I get the masks, I won't be able to really make my final decision. But YouTube, if you like this video and you want to see more Spider-Man customs and Spider-Man stuff like this, feel free to hit that thumbs up button, comment down below, let me know what you think. Feel free to subscribe if you have, thank you very much. If you haven't, come on guys, let's go.